Breaking news, folks. Here's what I want you to know about the fourth stimulus payments that we can expect to receive before the end of the year.
Tremendous amount of research and technology to compete with China because we're standing still while China's moving forward. We have a $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill, which truly for 8 to 10 years will rebuild America. We've let that go on for 30 years and we haven't done a thing, Mika. I agree with my colleagues. We should have gotten those two done as they're both sitting over in the House. But to have these bills being held hostage when we have a much larger bill that we need to work on, we just need to work in good faith. So I don't know why we couldn't pass or why the House members couldn't pass the two bills they've been sitting on for quite some time. And then let's sit down and work through. Let's get a CBO score. I think what the election showed us, Mika, was basically people are concerned. They're concerned about inflation. They're concerned about the debt. No, we don't talk about it, but they are concerned. I can tell you back home in West Virginia, gas prices are enormous. People are having a hard time driving to work and paying $20 or $30 more to fill up. They're going to the grocery stores and getting 30% less. They're about ready to face a very bad winter. We're told at much higher prices. So yes, I think we should be upfront, honest, and transparent with American people and do what we can afford to do.
So you've just described the realities surrounding exactly why these bills need to get through. What is it? I've got a checklist here. I'll write it down. What is it going to take to get to yes?
Well, to get to yes is first to find out what the real cost is, what we're talking about. We're using 10 years of revenue to basically supply 1 or 2 or 5 or 6 years of services. And that's not the true cost. The true cost would be 10 years to 10 years. So if you have 10 years of revenue, then you would think that if we put a program in place, that program would last 10 years too. This all needs to come forward, and we need to have a CBO score. The Congressional Budget Office truly puts a score to this. But, Mika, the only thing I would say is the rush to this, and I've said this long before, I truly believe that we need to slow down. I truly believe that we need to wait.
The price tag is being manipulated, and I think it's a fraud, and we'll ask the Wharton people to come and explain their analysis. There's some provisions in this bill that are just mind-blowing to me. I believe climate change is real. I think electric vehicles will help solve the problem over time. There are tax credits in the tax code today to incentivize people to buy electric cars in the name of expediting lowering emissions in the transportation sector. And electric vehicles will certainly do that over time. Well, what's happened in the House bill? They've changed the electric car tax credit in the following way. The $7,500 tax credit is now available under current law to all these people who make cars.
Endorsed the framework as the White House announced it, as the president announced it, and we actually said we will go with this framework. And the speaker made the decision to put paid leave in. We fully support it. But that's a piece that we have to work through. Everything else, Mika, has been negotiated.
Okay.
So everybody's talking about the politics of this, and I'm curious your reaction to the realities of it, the aspiration of it. Isn't there an argument that representatives of Congress, Democrat or Republican or whatever, should do what they think is best for the American people, and then worry about the politics later? Why shouldn't the Democratic majority just do what it thinks is best?
Well, you know, you're preaching to the choir here. Look, I think that people are frustrated because we passed a $15 minimum wage back in February in the House. It still hasn't passed in the Senate. We passed the For the People Act for voting rights. It still hasn't passed. And that was with a bill that was redrawn and redrafted by Senator Joe Manchin.
Chuck Schumer now wants to change the filibuster. That's after Republicans blocked a new voting rights bill. And changing the filibuster could allow Democrats to pass financial relief for Americans. And that includes another round of stimulus checks. So some Americans are owed stimulus payments of up to $1,100 as soon as this week. These payments are a part of the second Golden State stimulus package in California. And the second round is set to hit bank accounts this week. Many of the checks are worth around $600, and those with dependents get an additional $500. 750,000 are being sent out beginning Monday, and it could take 3 weeks to get them. 4.5 million checks have been sent so far through the Golden State Stimulus Program. $857 million total has been distributed, and will be direct deposited or sent to paper checks. Now, direct deposits, everybody, began being issued October 29th, and checks will go out starting this week. And to qualify, you must have filed your taxes by October 15th, 2021, and have an AGI in California of under $75,000. But this is what Chuck Schumer is saying about the fourth stimulus payments, and of course the stimulus bill. Chuck Schumer said that Democrats will explore alternative paths to pass voting rights legislation after Republicans blocked the bill. Schumer, speaking from the Senate floor, said that Democrats should be willing to go it alone to pass the legislation, and that gears of the Senate have ossified. According to Schumer, just because Republicans will not vote doesn't mean Democrats won't stop fighting. He added that Democrats will explore whatever paths necessary to restore the Senate, so it does what the framers intended. And everybody Schumer met with senators all across the country and had family discussions within the caucus about specific ways to restore the Senate. Now, Democrats' view on voting rights and election reform is a top priority, but they've struggled to get it through the Senate, where Republicans have blocked the bill twice. And Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is still calling on President Biden to cancel student loan debt. In her comments, the Congresswoman referenced the president's Build Back Better spending plan, which has been successfully whittled down by moderate lawmakers. AOC wrote, "I think given how much Build Back Better plan has been slashed, there is more opportunity than ever to bring the heat on Biden to cancel student loans." She added that the showdown over canceling student loan debt will happen at the end of January 2022, when federal student loan payments are supposed to resume. Progressives have also argued that Biden's campaign promise of canceling student loan debt can be done through executive order. But some Democrats and Republicans are still negotiating on this. As always, everybody, thank you so much for your support, and I truly appreciate it. If you have any more questions about the fourth stimulus check, leave them in the comments below. And until next time, everybody, have a great day and stay safe.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
I got a sellout. So anyway, I'm Senator Graham from South Carolina. I'm the ranking member of the Budget Committee on the Senate side, on the Republican side, and I've got some thoughts I'd like to share with the media and with the country about what's going on in the House. There's an effort, I think, today to start the process to pass a reconciliation bill, not just a bipartisan $1.3 trillion infrastructure package, which I voted for, but a bill that I think is a fraud, that's going to be pouring gasoline on inflation problems we have in the country. And the reconciliation bill in the House rewards special interest at the expense of the public at large. So there's the process and there's the substance. When we passed our tax cut bill in 2017 using reconciliation,